Hello guys, this is Bhagesh. So my today topic is chatbot. So what is the chatbot? So this is kind of thing which is used in websites to monitor the behavior of humans. Like you can see in the chatbot section, like in the HDFC Bank website, they are also having the chatbots. Okay, which is working like an HR person. Okay? So if you want to know the HDFC account, about the statements, and about the summaries, about your account information, or how can you apply for new bank account. So these all things you can ask to HDFC Bank chatbot. Okay, so there is you can see there is some parameters on the basis of chatbot. Okay, so today topic is how can we create a chatbot, and so I can explain you today about Code.ai. Okay, so what is a chatbot? Chat robot, a program that simulates human conversation or chat or through artificial intelligence. Typically, the chatbot will communicate with a real person. Okay, I told you about this. And next, what is APIs? So basically, when we are interacting from one application to another application, if you want to extract some data from SQL DB, okay, but first thing, we can directly go and fire one query there and get the data. And one more thing, we can use APIs, application programming, which is interact with SQL DB and give you the sufficient data. There are so many type of methods available. First, second, put, get, post, pull, this kind of methods which we can use to get the data, or we can insert as well. Okay, so for API types, you can see representational, state transfer, REST API, simple object access protocol, SOAP, remote procedure call, RPC. Okay, so I was telling about the Code.ai. Code.ai is a website which is allow you to create a chatbot on the basis of some libraries. So Code.ai is only chatbot platform built with the enterprise in mind. Build NLP, daily chatbots that use ML, AI to complete all types of tasks. What is NLP? So NLP is a natural language processing. It is stand for natural language processing. Artificial intelligence concerned with the interaction between computers and human natural language. For tasks, natural language, text and train, channel, app and agent, publish, analyze, authorization files, for tasks. Okay, so first you should have to create a user interface with whom you can interact with API and get some information. Okay, so dialog task. A dialog task is graphical representation of conversation between user and the bot. Knowledge collection, build bot. Knowledge by defining question and answer. Enables semantic search by defining bot ontology structure. Okay. Alert task. Suppose if you want to set one event like mobile, when you are scheduling one reminder, so it will be automatically triggered by the backend. Okay. Until then, when it is going to trigger, until then it is running on the background. Information tasks. Information tasks are simply represents structured information in the form of report to the user as a link. And next is action task. Action tasks are simply, suppose you want to take an action. Suppose you want to say hi, then bot will reply you hi, hello, how are, okay. And the next action, if you want to ask to bot, hello, how are you? Like you can see, most of the people are doing some kind of fun with Siri, some kind of fun with Alexa. Okay, so these things can action task. Natural language machine learning is utterances. Provide user utterances and match them with intent and entity. Synonym. I think everyone knows about the synonyms. Every word's having synonyms. Okay. Define synonym for words used in trying to improve the machine matching with user interface. So machine learning is kind of library which is learning by self. Okay. If you are searching for something that is not available, so after that time it will learn and search for another website and ask for the information, provide you the information. So patterns. What is the patterns? Okay. So you can see patterns like if you at what time when you are studying in graduation or masters, so then you can find a pattern like patterns for creating a diagram, patterns for creating a binary tree. That are the patterns you are creating. Standard responses, modify the standards bot responses the bot used to interact with users. Default dialog, some of default dialog having in your user interface section. Like when you are moving your mouse, then dialog will be triggered. Okay, the bot will automatically pick and dialog will condition is a meet. Batch testing, run test or previously record utterances and their result to validate they continue to work as expected after some changes are made to synonyms. Okay, and next is ignore words and fill memory. Like you can say when you are searching for some bad words on the Google, so it is not giving you any result. It is showing this things are not available, but these things are available on the Google. Okay, but they having some restriction. That's why they cannot show you the latest ones. Test and train. How can you test a bot and train a bot to understand your actions? So your bot understand different user utterances and match them to intent the entities. Can you allow you to look into the mind of your bot and fine tune how it understands its user? Say, suppose you are saying, "Hey, how are you?" So some libraries are shaped already. Hey, when someone say, "Hey, how are you?" then you should have to reply like, "Hey, I'm good. How are you?" Okay. Channels. So this is your core.ai interface. Configuration destination communicate with one of the board channel selection below. Each channel may have a unique process to enable the interaction are provided. Okay. So you can see there are so many things which we can use in creating chat. First thing, wave client. Okay. First thing is wave client. You can say this is the wave client. And second is Facebook Messenger. We can use Jabber. These are the platforms which is helpful. Okay. Okay. So next page is you can see apps and agents. Okay. So bot kit. Just clear time. Okay. Bot kit. SDK. Code.ai bot kit SDK gives you a complete control of your bots as part of your dialog task. There you can provide some information like token key, token generations, and some secure agent transfer. Agent transfer provides seamless interaction point with agent software using which you can enable to conversation to be transferred to human agent. Okay. Web Mobile SDK, Core.ai bots. Web Mobile SDK is a collection of libraries that you can use integrate with Core.ai or web application or mobile phones. Publish. How can you publish after creating information? Prioritize things. The process by which tasks are developed, completed, and put into use. Unpublished tasks will not be available for test user, but are still available for configuration within the bot builder. Okay. There is one option like bot builder, so you can use and configure these things. Analyze. So my methodology of detail typically order to explain, interpret. How can you bot a response if someone's saying, can you show me the contact details for PM PM PMO office? So it will go to the search and provide you some information. authorization priorities. So you can see there are several type of authorization. Type of authorization profile, basic auth authentication is basic type of authentication. You should provide a token key which is generated. Okay, or it's one password. You can provide a password which you have provided on the code.ti website. And authorization one, so this API key. So on every API access, there will be one API key that is license. And after that, you can go and interact with applications. Okay. So just you can see here, there are so many options. So you can use these options. And on the left side, you can see so many options. You can use these options and create a chatbot. So these are the things. Thank you guys. Please post your question on the comment so I can respond to you as soon as possible. Thank you so much. Have a good day.